I feel like I need a trumpet sound like do-do-do-do. Season 2 of Doctor Who.
Season 2.
David Tennant, my favorite.
Finally, with Mr. Tennant.
Like, really with Tennant.
Like, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like, you know, Christmas episode.
That was like a cute little whatever. But this is like, now we're seeing David Tennant.
Yeah.
I will say I'm loving him.
Which I mean, who doesn't?
I
mean, actually, who doesn't? Tell me. Because I feel like that doesn't exist.
Fight right now.
There's our thumbnail.
But anyhow.
Anywho. Doctor Who? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so welcome back. We're starting season 2, and I'm Kelcie. I have seen Doctor Who a million bajillion times.
And I'm Bree. Basically, I've never seen it before.
Well, like, starting now with season 2, you haven't seen season 2, have you?
I think I watched a couple episodes of season 2, but, like, no recollection.
Right.
But, like, I remember being, like, in it, but, like, nothing.
So, yeah. So, like, brand new, pretty much. Okay, so this time around, we watched episodes 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing so much.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he's really funny.
He's so, in their chemistry.
No, I'm gonna say, like, the chemistry between her and... What was his name?
Christopher Eccleston.
Christopher was, like, very mentor-mentee in a way, but, like, got a bond. Here feels a lot more like we're besties, you know? I love the chemistry.
Yeah, instant clicking with them.
Yeah.
I love them so much.
Like, I see why people would ship it.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
Episode 1. All right. Okay. So it was titled New Earth, and it was directed by James Hawes, written by our boy, Russell T. Davies, and it premiered April 15th, 2006. So... The Doctor and Rose travel to New Earth, the planet which humanity inhabited after the Earth's destruction by the sun. They go into a luxury hospital in New York, where Rose meets the villain Cassandra again. Cassandra possesses Rose's body as she is in need of one. The Doctor and Cassandra discover that the hospital holds hundreds of artificially grown humans that have been infected with diseases. So the Sisters of Plenitude can find their cures. Cassandra releases several of the humans as a distraction, but they release others, and a zombie-like attack begins. The Doctor sprays the infected humans with an intravenous solution using a disinfectant shower, curing them. The Doctor orders Cassandra out of Rose, and she transfers her consciousness to her servant Chip, but his cloned body fails, and Cassandra accepts her death.
I will say, starting right off the bat, they showed a little robot, the little spider legs. I like boom clocked it. I was like, wait, that was from that one episode with Cassandra. But I was worried because I was like, Cassandra died. So I was like, okay, maybe it wasn't her. Because you were like, do you remember everybody? I was like, yeah. But I'm like, well, now I don't know because Cassandra's dead. And I thought she was controlling the robot thingy. So I'm like, wait, am I forgetting somebody?
No, she did. She really did clock it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick as fuck. I was like, boom, no, I know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what's going on.
Right. Okay, so starting off, we have them saying goodbye to Mickey and her mom.
Mickey, love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Ew.
Again and again.
And him staying there again and again and again.
Yeah, he can't catch a break. He needs to move on.
Yeah, he does. Anywho,
and then you can tell Jackie's upset. She's just like walking away, and it's like, it's hard.
Yeah, because like you have no idea when you're gonna see your child again,
especially after what just happened.
Yeah,
and then it was really Jackie's, I think maybe not first experience because she experienced the mannequins firsthand, but like this time around in the Christmas invasion, she kind of experiencing like the Christmas tree and seeing the Doctor become a new person and like all this stuff.
A lot more alien in her world.
Yeah. And right before that was, oh, I don't know if my daughter's gonna live.
Yeah.
Because
I'm helping her essentially go to her death.
Exactly. So I get it.
Yeah.
You know, mom is momming.
Absolutely.
As she should.
Yes.
So that's a little sad. But then you have Rose and the Doctor.
They're so silly, goofy.
They're so silly, goofy.
Oh, walking around.
No, and then them like in the TARDIS, and then they fall down. Was that in the first one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
They like fall down, like laughing, giggling.
They little school children. Oh my god. No, their chemistry is so cute.
I know.
Yeah.
But I did tell Bree, I said, you will not like how Tennant drives the TARDIS. And I love it. I think it's fun.
He said, mink, mink. Get out. Oh my god.
He goes all over the place. Just wait till you see him really in the zone.
It's gonna piss me off already.
Yeah.
Like, pretend you're actually doing it. God.
Oh, that's what he's doing. He's pretending he's actually doing it.
No, he's being silly. Trying to be cute.
And it's working.
It's not!
I also wanted to note real fast. So I know that we saw the regeneration, 2 episodes ago. But I did want to note that David Tennant's regeneration is very different from future regenerations in the fact that the TARDIS did not go through any physical transformation inside, and his sonic screwdriver did not change either.
Did they change later?
Yeah, so...
Well, I feel like that would be like a constant thing, though.
And it is a constant thing later. But for some reason with Tennant, they decided not to. Maybe they didn't have the money to do it, or...
No, I'm saying, like, I thought it would just stay the same. Like, it's just him that changes.
Yeah, no. Going forward, so...
So the TARDIS is not gonna... Well, inside, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Is not gonna look like that all the time.
With Tennant, it's going to stay that way. But when we go to Matt Smith, who's the next Doctor, it will change. Tennant's, and it's also Christopher's.
Yeah.
They're my favorite interior.
Yeah.
For the...
No, I like their interior.
TARDIS. It's my favorite. I can appreciate the other ones.
Yeah.
I will say, Jodie Whittaker's is very unique.
Okay.
I didn't love it.
Is it too, like futuristic? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like...
It gives Crystal Cave vibes.
Ow!
And, like, to me, I need a little bit of hominess.
Yeah.
And this gave no hominess. We don't spend a lot of time in the TARDIS with her either. Yeah. So I guess it's fine. I don't know. Her Sonic is cool.
Which, it's like weird, like, why are those changing? I mean, obviously, you can't tell me or da-da-da, but, like, why are those changing?
I think it's just for fun, honestly. Like, just a new visual. Because, like, the outside changes slightly.
Okay.
But, like, not very noticeable. So you'll always...
Doesn't it have to be, like, the Doctor Who phone box, you know?
Exactly. So you'll always have the blue TARDIS phone box.
Yeah.
But I think just for, new personality, trying to show off...
Yeah.
New vibes and stuff. You have the outfit change, you have the Sonic change, and you have the interior TARDIS change. And the person change.
I guess I'm curious to see how those change and, like, why, like, the kind of explanation they show of, like, why that's changing too.
Yeah, they don't uber explain it.
Yeah.
When you get to Smith's regeneration, it makes sense why it changes.
Okay.
There's, like, a definite purpose.
Yeah.
So when we get there in, 10 million seasons from now.
Yeah.
But I did just want to point that out for the people who know Doctor Who. So, back to the episode.
Yeah.
So they make it onto New Earth and, they're giggling.
So I guess that's new.
Yeah, it's so sweet. Yeah. They're just having fun.
Like, I love traveling with you.
She really does. It's the best. So he's like, so we need to go there, the hospital. And because I got on my psychic paper a little message.
Yeah.
And this is the first time that we're seeing a message.
I know.
On the psychic paper, which was interesting.
I know. I was like, I thought it was just everybody else sees it.
Right. It was a little weird.
Yeah.
Like, how did you feel about it, though? Like, did you like seeing it? Do you want to see more?
I guess so. I was just more confused. I thought it was just like, it's just a piece of paper. And everybody, like, not us, but everyone else does.
Right.
So we were saying, like, oh. I was like, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they get to the hospital, and David Tennant keeps talking about a little shop. They really need a little shop. I love a little shop. And I just
shop right there.
And I will say, if you know, you know. Little shop comes in later, way later, but later. That episode, if you know, it's such a good episode. We get it.
Okay.
We
and I love that y'all get it. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there too.
Eventually. Because there's even it's a 2-parter episode. It
About
is
a little shop.
so good, and you get introduced to another character that we know.
Okay.
Anyway, so he keeps talking about a little shop. It's funny, cute. And they get to the elevators. They're like, okay, we need to go to floor, whatever.
Yeah.
There's also cat people.
Yeah.
And Rose, girl, at this point, you're still having culture shock?
Literally.
Huh?
Cats.
Like, well, what do you think when they see you all?
Like, bitch, you saw a tree person.
Yeah.
Okay. But I will say, all the, like, humans, that's a human. Like,
yeah.
You would think, you know, especially with Cassandra, I'm the last
pure human,
that, like, the humans now would, like, have some sort of change. Mind your budget. It is what it is. But I'm like, why do they all just look like a regular human off the street?
They do look like a normal human. I don't know. I could not tell you why that is. But you do see, like, a very red man. You see, you know, a bunch of different, not a bunch, but a couple different.
It's like 0 or 100.
Yeah.
Anyways, carry on.
Anyway, so we get to the elevators. They're like, yeah, go to this floor. Oh, you missed my elevator, Rose. Darn. Watch out for the disinfectant. The what?
I will say they were talking way too long because he would have already been.
I know.
Okay, it's fine.
It's fine. So, yeah. And I just think that it's so funny. So she gets into the elevator, right? She's like, this floor. And then in his, the rain starts pouring. He's like, yeah, ooh, scrub-a-dub-dub. And she's like, ah!
I turn it off. But
it's so real, though. So real.
And then the blow dryer thing, he like walks out, hair perfectly done, not a drop on him. Same guy.
It's so cute. So yeah, and then Rose ends up where she's not supposed to end up. But girl's smart. She grabs a little weapon.
Finally,
she's learning.
She's learning.
And she's like, hello. And then Chip, who's so creepy.
Yeah.
He's like, you have come to get the Rose girl is here.
I know. With his nasty, like, stencil-y art with the... I would have been like, ew, turn around. That's nasty.
Wow, that's a little rude.
Good. He's ugly and nasty.
Damn.
But he has a good heart.
So he takes her to... Dun-dun-dun-dun, Cassandra!
The little rascal.
Did you expect to see her again?
No, I was like, how the hell are you alive?
Yeah.
We just watched you disintegrate or poof or whatever.
Which they did mention.
And
she was like, they were able to take my eyes and my brain and put it on the other half of my skin. What part? The back.
So you're talking about your... That was funny. I didn't like that. I was like, okay.
Like, if we have that, we're good.
Yeah.
And then we also see going with David Tennant now, he's up and he's meeting all the patients. And there is the face of Beau. Did you expect to see him again?
No, but I love that guy. You was being a hater.
I was not.
Yes, you were.
What was I saying?
You were like, it's just so weird. He's just a head. Like, da-da-da. So
Oh, yeah. I was like, do you think that his body is still in that thing? Like,
small.
All small behind him, like, swimming?
No, don't ever talk to him like that.
Do you think that it is just a head?
Yeah.
Do you have, like, any, like, do you think that...
Because the way that his head is, like, his body he'd be huge as fuck.
So, like, do you think that he was a giant or something? And, like, they cut off his head? Or do you think that, like, that is just the alien species that he is just a head in a tank? But, like, I feel like someone would have had to put him in the tank,
I know.
Right?
Because, like, his world, they're already in, like, just water or like whatever.
Oh,
and
true,
they're like,
yeah.
just transport you.
Well, I think it's like smoke is supposed to be in there. Smoke, not water.
Okay, then it's like smoky or just floating heads.
I guess. I don't know.
And you know what? We're not gonna judge.
Do you think that he's like the only one?
Didn't they say he's the last one?
Yeah. But
Which, not to get ahead, but a little
Ahead?
bit.
Sorry.
Turn off the cameras. He was saying, well, because he was like, he was sleeping, like, he's dying, da, da, da.
Yeah.
And then the nurse is like, there's a prophecy or something that, like, once when they die, they tell, like, their species or, like, the next person or something, like, his last words, and it's supposed to be, I don't know what those last words are supposed to be.
Yeah, so, I think it says that he will speak his last words to another like him, like the last of their kind, therefore the doctor. And the doctor knows this because at the very end of the episode, he's like, so, I heard that you're supposed to tell me something.
Okay, when they said that, though, I thought they meant, like, when they said his kind, I thought they meant, like, another head. And so it was, like, last of their kind, but I get, like, they're both the last of their kind. So they would talk to one another. Yeah. But I was so confused. I was like, are you trying to say the doctor is some, like, his species or, like, somehow like that? So I was like, what?
Yeah.
But that makes more sense.
So just the last of their kind. And, yeah, I know we're skipping ahead, but, like, yeah, so they have the conversation at the end where the doctor's like, so, are you going to tell me? And he's like, no, we'll meet again one last time.
And that's what I'll tell you.
And that's what I tell you.
Also, I love how it's like, he's dying. And at the end, no, I'm not dying. I'm done. I'm healthy. I'll probably, I'll see you another time.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Hello? You're supposed to die like 2 seconds ago. What happened?
Right. Can't die yet.
He's a faker.
Honestly, yeah.
Because you were saying, what did you say before? You were like,
Face of Beau has an interesting backstory that you'll learn.
And you're laughing. You're like, what do you mean?
Because, look, I'm talking
you're like,
to
he's
people
silly goofy.
who know.
Or like,
he is silly goofy. We love the Face of Beau. One of my favorite characters, honestly.
Like, why are you acting like that?
Because you'll find out. Is it the end of next season? Because I think it's. Yeah, right, guys. It's the end of next season. I think the end of next season.
I mean, you've seen it 10 million times, so you should.
I know, but I binge it every time.
So it's like you don't even know.
It all just flows. I'm going off like companions.
Yeah.
And I think it's no. Wait, it's no. Oh no, I think it's the next one after that's the end because I think Donna's there, right?
So like season.
No,
3?
wait, yeah.
Like, or
No, is it Martha or Donna? No, it's Martha. No, so it is next season, right? I don't know. We'll find out. We're watching it together.
Damn, so that's the next time we see him seasons later?
Well, not next time we see Face of Beau. The next time we learn his backstory.
Now you're good. Okay, you got me intrigued. You got
it's
me
so
there.
small, but it's so fun. Like, there's so many fun little details about Doctor Who, and that's, I think,
they're also, like, woven in.
They are. They do a great job.
Yeah.
And again, they start setting stuff up with David Tennant that, like, shows up way later. And it's a beautiful, amazing. Honestly, that's the beauty of Doctor Who.
Absolutely.
So...
Okay, so we talked to, he's dying, da-da-da.
Face of Beau, and then back with Rose with Cassandra. They're chit-chatting, and Cassandra's like, come closer, and Rose's like, no! And then gets stuck, and Cassandra puts her mind into Rose.
Yeah.
And the brain dies in the...
Like, how?
I think just because, like, there's nobody in it. Like, the brain is empty, so therefore, like, it's dead, because it has no host.
I see.
Right? So, but...
Well, then, like, if the brain was connected to the skin, but then she poofed, like, in that last time, so it's just the brain, but then they're like, okay, let's take this skin and put it in that. Like, wouldn't that just be the same thing, like, okay, now we're just putting it in her? Like, how,
Well, the brain was still alive when they, quote-unquote, killed Cassandra the first time. Her brain was still alive.
But then, boom, she has no host. So how is it alive?
I don't know. I think because the brain, like her entity was still in the brain and connected to whatever system they had going to keep her alive.
Okay.
And so they were able to reconnect her brain with the function of her eyes and mouth on the skin.
Okay.
And then now she's going into Rose's brain. There's no entity in the brain now, in the system.
Okay.
So I think that dies because there's nothing alive in it.
Which I love that it supports, like, souls.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So yeah, like her soul now is like in Rose.
Yeah. Which also, for a first episode, I mean this up. I love it.
It was so
It was
fun.
so good. I want to say, Rose, okay, Miss Actress. I see you. Pretty good.
I love the way that she talks.
Yes.
It's so fun.
I love it. I was like, no, I'm eating this up.
I love all the like jokes and like puns.
Yes.
Like, oh, how does she speak? Old Earth. Watcha. I don't believe it. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah. No, I did love that though.
We did have to look up though.
Oh yeah, a chav?
Yeah, she was like,
Let's see.
I'm a chav.
And I was like, what's a chav?
And
It was so specific.
so specific.
Okay, let's see. This is from this is from Wikipedia though.
Oh,
So not from the dictionary.
Okay.
I didn't realize that when I read it, but still.
that's fine.
All right. The term is used to describe an antisocial, lower-class youth dressed in sportswear.
And you know what? Accurate though.
Because I was like, that's so specific. Antisocial, lower-class youth dressed in sportswear.
Well, let's look at her. Rose at the time was wearing like a tight kind of outfit, like jacket, zip up.
Sporty.
A
Okay.
little sporty.
She's a youth.
She's a youth. She's a young adult.
Lower class? Lower
I
class.
think so. And antisocial, look. She has no friends other than Mickey, her mom, and the doctor.
I mean, she literally leaves Earth.
Yeah, at this point.
Right. Okay.
So.
But it's like a form of social racism.
Yikes.
Would that just be like prejudice?
I mean, absolutely, it would be prejudice.
Yeah. That was so specific. I was like, okay, I love that.
It was so fun, so funny.
Yeah.
And then she goes and she meets up with the doctor. And it's like right away, the doctor clocks it.
Yeah.
He's like, why are you talking like that? Like, what?
What's going on here?
And he's like, he's going along with it. He's,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
doing what the doctor does.
But like this whole time, I was not paying attention to like what's going on between them. I was just looking at her. I was like, I love this character.
Right. So I had to come back because when they were at the screen,
Yeah.
she was saying like, oh, well, check this part of, you know, the interface or whatever. And the doctor kind of gives her a side eye of like, oh, well, what if I can't get in it? Well, just do this, this, and this. And he's like, oh, right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Giving her a little side eye.
Yeah. Because like,
Because Rose would
not
know.
know this. Yeah.
So, and then we also got a
I
little,
was like, let's scoot back a little bit.
a little kiss. Because you did ask me last episode. You were like,
I hate you so
you're like,
much.
are they going to kiss again? And I was like, maybe.
That was
look.
not what I meant.
Technically, the actress who's playing Rose and the actor who's playing the doctor, they are kissing. But it's not Rose kissing the doctor, it's Cassandra.
Like immediately. Boom.
And I love, still got it.
I did like that though. That was funny. But I was
And then
like,
it's just
don't
like-
let this be like a little seed for later.
I mean, they were kind of dropping hints with later where
oh my god, yeah.
Cassandra goes into the doctor
Yeah.
and she's like, you like him. I can see it in your brain. Like,
think he's like cute or whatever.
you like it. Can we also, I know I'm skipping ahead, but honestly, let's just skip ahead of this. Seeing the doctor as Cassandra's tenant also was incredible.
That's why I was like, I love this episode. Like, this for a first episode, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you're solo watching, I feel like everything is kind of internalized.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, yeah, this is funny.
Yeah.
But when you're watching with someone else, you and I were just bursting out laughing.
It was so funny. I was like, I love this for a first episode.
It was so good. Yeah. So starting on a high point.
Absolutely.
I'm curious what your rating is on it.
Ooh,
but so start thinking that. But yeah, so we learn also that, okay, we're seeing these people in these little pods. They're very diseased. Mm-hmm. The cats obviously know about them. They talk about the quote-unquote spark of life, how they're starting to talk.
Because then, like, one guy, they opened it up, he's all talking or something. And she's like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Well, incinerate him.
Right? And they do. And so we have Cassandra, who knows something is going on.
Yeah.
And she's like, I won't go to the public and tell everyone what you're doing if you give me a lot of money.
Yeah.
And maybe a yacht.
Yeah.
And so that's her goal, is to just like...
Because this whole time she's been hiding.
Yes.
Beneath her, and she's been hearing all this stuff. She's like, what the hell is going on?
Right. And she's like, I'm going to get my money.
Yeah.
Because I need to go out and get myself a better new body.
Yeah.
All that.
Right.
But the doctor, of course, he wants to expose them to be like, let's set things right.
Right.
Why are you doing this?
These are people who are alive.
Yeah, like they are people.
They're living. No matter how you made them, they're living. They're people now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the cats are like, no. We made them for hearing people, the actual people.
Explain. Because I was so confused. Because at first I thought that they were, like, making these people, and then the actual humans, whatever, that were sick or whatever, I thought they were taking their diseases and putting them in there. Because then they were like, cured. In like 2 seconds, they're all cured. So that's why I was like, oh, are they taking their disease? Like, and that's what they're doing? And then they're like, okay, now we can just study this little thing?
Right, so no.
Right.
So what they were doing, so they have like hundreds of thousands of these beings that they did grow.
Yeah.
They called them like flesh.
Yeah.
And they put they infected them with a bunch of diseases. Not necessarily like, they didn't take it away from the people.
Yeah. They just like on its own.
Yeah, they like infected them so that they could test.
Yeah.
Like, it's like animal testing.
Yeah.
You know, makeup and stuff to see what's safe and what's going to work. So they were testing different types of medicines and cures to see what works for the people above.
Yeah.
And to heal them.
Yeah. Interesting. I like my way better, but...
I mean, it's an interesting idea for sure.
Don't say it like that. Say my idea was better.
I don't think it was better. Because how would that work? Like, how do you take a disease from somebody else, like, out of their body?
They're cured in, like, 2 seconds. They have alien technology.
Because of medicine. Yeah, true.
So just take all the negativity, put it here, study that. Look, you're good.
You're good. Bye. Yeah. Also, I will say that this idea of, like, grown flesh and flesh people will show up later. And
like,
so...
the same? Or just another kind of same...
Not the same, but kind of like that same idea.
Okay.
And there's a specific episode, I think it's also a 2-parter, way later. Yeah. Different doctor even.
Yeah.
Where they are called the flesh. And it's actually very important for them later. A little spoiler, I guess, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, but it has a similar idea of like, are these actual living...
Like a moral dilemma.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, you get this moral dilemma all the time throughout Doctor Who, but it's interesting that they're using a similar idea later that I think has to do like
but also it's dumb for them to do that. Excuse me, let's go back a little bit. To make humans, whatever, and then infect them with everything and then test it. Because, first of all, Miss Girls, how do you know that all these different diseases aren't messing with each other, making new diseases, of changing the diseases that are already in them? So, like, how do you know you're testing just the cancer? How do you know you're testing just that?
They might have...
Got him.
Well, they might...
No.
They have a bunch, and some of them may have only one disease each.
They all look the same, though.
They may have been touching each other when they got out. We didn't see it.
No, right when they open the doors and they start coming out, they're all the same.
Maybe that was that floor has all of them. I don't know, girl.
No,
Look, I'm trying to give them
No, please. As I attack it, please.
I defend my Doctor Who. So,
interesting.
Yeah. So they do get let out by Cassandra.
Yeah.
She lets them out because she's like, oh, you guys are going to try to fight me. Good luck.
Yeah.
And so shit's starting to go down.
Yeah. Shit hits the fan.
And we find out that the infected people, if they touch you, if they touch your skin, you instantly get all of the diseases and stuff. Which,
nasty.
Silly goofy.
Yeah. But then wouldn't you think, another attack. So please, wouldn't you think if it's all these different diseases, there are some that are airborne?
They did kind of make a comment on that because when they opened the pods and saw the Doctor and Cassandra, when they saw the infected person for the first time, Rose/Cassandra was like, well, we're breathing the same air. Right. And the Doctor says, no, the air is purified. Like, it's fine as long as you don't get too close. Like, don't touch that. The Doctor knows everything. He can taste it. He can taste it in the air.
Don't get me started with that. Don't get me started with that.
So,
for Kenny Hill?
So, the Rose and the Doctor, Rose/Cassandra.
Yeah.
They have to now save everybody. There's the quarantine, lockdown. The Doctor wants Cassandra out of Rose. Yeah. And then she goes into the Doctor, and then Rose is like, no, we need the Doctor. But come back into me.
They can save us.
And then it's a whole thing. And then they have to run away. Pretty much the second half of this episode is just them running.
I love it. I'm eating it up. Because Cassandra, you're my favorite. Don't care. Yeah. I'll stand by that racist bitch. I love her.
No, she makes really funny comments.
Yes.
Yeah. But we do see a softer side of her.
I love that part though.
When they're all climbing the ladder, they doing the back and forth, and she ends up going into one of the diseased people and then goes back into Rose. And she says,
she's like, oh.
Like, all they want, like, all their lives, they've never been touched. And so all they're doing is trying to reach out.
They're so lonely.
Yeah. And that's so sad. Aww. And again, it's like that empathy.
Yeah.
That she was lacking.
Yeah.
That does, I think, I don't know, maybe I'm reaching
that has to be like the seed.
Right? It's like, empathy is what makes us human.
Yeah.
And so she wasn't even a pure human at that point.
Are sociopaths? Oh wait, I don't think you're supposed to say that anymore, right?
What?
Sociopath?
I have not heard otherwise, but I don't really follow that.
Okay, well, I'm not supposed to say it, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. But
so I've heard psychopath still being used.
I heard like both, but I thought like there was someone who like is an actual sociopath. They were like, yeah, she shouldn't be saying that or something. I don't know. Anywho,
should we be listening to them though? I'm sorry, that could be totally wrong. I mean, let us know, I guess.
No, literally. Anywho, would they be considered people then? If empathy is what makes them human?
No. They're not.
There you have it. Okay, moving on. Sorry.
Anyway, I mean, the Doctor has empathy. Some of these aliens have empathy. They're not humans, but...
Does that make them... Does humans who have no empathy, does that make them not human?
Wasn't that just the question you asked about?
Yeah, but then you were trying to say the aliens, so I'm like, wait, well, specifically just them.
Yes. The answer is still yes. Don't quote me on
that. Got her. Okay.
So, okay. I feel like kind of just fast forwarding through this.
Because we're running,
Lots of running, lots of saving now. The Doctor's like, let me, get all the cocktails. Yeah. Cassandra, help me out. And then the disinfectant. Wait, you have a comment?
Sorry, let's walk through that real quick.
Please.
He says, I know what to do. I'm so smart. Goes, gets all the little... Is all the cure medicines?
Yes.
Okay, no, I'm gonna still go for it. All the cure medicines that were in the hospital wing that, like, cure those people immediately, takes all those, goes to where the infectant sprays in a little elevator, pours them all in there. And he's like, come here, come touch me, come. They all come to the water, they all are getting cured.
I know exactly where you're going.
What? You're telling me the cure for every disease was in the little hospital wing, just like that.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's just by touching your skin, not going into your system.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Doctor Who. We let things go in Doctor Who.
And I'm going to fight it every time. But, hey.
But it was cute.
It's alien technology. It was cute. It was fun.
Yeah. Because look.
But then I did like afterwards. He was like hugging him.
Oh my God. That girl. Oh.
That was so like, oh.
If that was me, I'd be the same.
Locked in.
Don't let go.
They're like, no, hug each other, touch each other. Da, 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 da. That was
very
cute, though.
Cute.
That was
very
cute.
Sweet.
I did like that.
And then he you know, turns to Rose or / Cassandra or whatever and is like, you know, they just like, or wait, no, that was earlier when she was talking about.
Oh, yeah, and he was like.
Yeah, they like grabbed hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they were just so lonely. Da, da, da.
Right.
And he's like, oh.
So sweet.
That was cute. Okay, so then they cure everybody.
Mm-hmm. And then they go back up to the face of Bo. He's fine now. They have that little conversation we already talked about.
And what was that about? Okay. Was Bo just like, he just know, he's not psychic. He just telepathy.
They called it, I think, psychic.
But it's just like a telepathy.
But it is telepathy, yeah.
Okay, so he goes there. Somehow he knows. Okay? So he's like, I'm gonna go to this hospital. I know what they're doing. This is me. I know Bo. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna pretend I'm dying. Somehow. He knows the doctor's coming.
Yeah.
Look, maybe he's God. Who knows? Who knows?
He probably liked to think of himself as God.
And I'll call him God. Because he set this all up.
Yeah.
So, he's like, I'm dying. Oh no, doctor. He's already set things in motion. Like, somehow he planted that seed for them to come to the new Earth, okay? He knows everything's going down. I'm dying. Doctor's here. Oh, I'm gonna send out a little message to him. Come here. I'm dying. Come help me. Brings a doctor so the doctor can fix all this. So he's dare I say he's a vigilante?
Absolutely. I would agree.
Because, like, what can he do as a floating head? He's like, let me get the doctor here. Mm-hmm. He's gonna fix all this up, make it right. But I just have to, like, set that up, put it into motion.
Do you think that the face of Bo, if he wasn't just a face, like, if that's what, like, his species I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If he used to have a body and stuff, do you think that he was, like, trying to help, like, kind of do what the doctor does?
No. I think before, let's say he had a whole body, yada, yada, yada. I feel like he wasn't a good person.
Oh, like he was maybe, like, a bad person. That turned good.
Yes. I think him becoming a head made him a good... Why are you laughing?
Nothing. They became a head and that's what made him a good person.
Yes, because he's like, dang, all I have is time to think now. All I have is time to think. He's seeing this. He's seeing the doctor throughout time, throughout years. Because he's like trillions of years old.
Super old, yeah. Because he was alive when the son died.
Again, he is God.
And now he's back. Yeah.
Yeah. So, before, he's a bad person. Time changes you.
Time does change.
And most of the time people think, time makes you a bad person. Who says that? Everyone. So then, him, reverse. I was a bad person, now I'm a great person. Mm-hmm. Okay? I can't do these things, but I've seen a doctor throughout time. I'm like, that's who I want to be. I can't do that, though. So I'm going to set things in motion so that technically, at the end of the day, Bo did all this.
Yeah.
So he's the one that cured everything.
I love that. Go face it, Bo.
That's why he was like, no, I'm not dead, but we'll see later. Bink.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
I just know the truth is going to be so much more silly goofy.
It is.
But I'm going to still stand by this story.
And I love that, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I should be a writer. If you know you. Anyways, carry on, please.
So then we have just now Rose, Cassandra, and the doctor. Mm-hmm. And the doctor's like, look, you can't stay in Rose.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
And she's like, but I want to stay.
Yeah.
And then Chip comes, hey, guys actually made it out. I'm alive, mistress. I stayed alive for you. And Cassandra goes, oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Okay.
And then, boop, into Chip.
Yeah. And mind you, Chip is only, what, half alive? Or what did she was saying? Like a half something?
half-life, I think is what they were saying, yeah.
Yeah.
And going to die very soon.
Yeah.
Because it's like a clone or something. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so Cassandra goes into Chip, Rose and the doctor are chill now, and they're like, Cassandra, you can't do this. And she's like, oh, I'm dying. And then that's okay. Which, it was a little fast.
That was like in the span of 30 seconds.
Because she was still a little selfish.
I don't want to die. Goes into him, I'm dying. It's okay.
Because she was having bits of, like, empathy, like, you know, she got...
And I could see, like, making her being like, okay, but, like, that was 10 seconds.
It was very fast.
But that's okay.
It's fine.
At least she got there.
Mm-hmm. And then they're like, you know what? Let's do one last thing for her.
And before that, though, back in time, we're talking about Rose and her when she first saw her. I was like, that's the last time I was called beautiful.
Right. They're seeing, like, a little video of her past, of Cassandra's past.
Yeah. I knew they were going to come up to that moment. I was like, bro.
Very sweet. So the doctor and Rose take Cassandra Chip to that party that was being shown. And Chip comes out with, you know, the little kind of covering and goes up to Cassandra.
Who's like an actual human.
Right.
At the time, yeah.
And Chip goes, Lady Cassandra, you're so beautiful. And she's like, oh, thank you, you strange little thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you are so beautiful. And Cassandra's like, thank you. Like, genuine now.
Yeah.
And then Chip kind of
starts to die for
dying.
real.
And she's the only one.
Yeah. That's what I was like, oh.
Yeah. So.
Like I said, time.
Yeah.
A bad person.
Yeah. And so she, you know, is like, somebody, like, help. Like, yeah. So she died in her own arms.
Yeah.
Which, again, is, like, very full circle. And then also the fact that she was the only one worried about herself, you know. And everybody else around her was also very
just, like,
horrible people.
But it's, like, also origin story. Because, like, one, surrounded by terrible people. All she cares about her vanity. Like, now when she's a skin thing. It's like the last little piece was like, oh, the last little piece of, like, what's good, which is me, is dying. So now I'm infected by all the negative, horrible people.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so, full circle moment. I love that. That was so sweet.
Yeah. So, okay, you did say, and I know you were, like, half joking, but you were saying that what, good people turn bad with time?
Yeah.
So what does that say about the doctor?
He's a bad person.
Do you think he's a bad person?
He's a morally gray person. I think he tries to do good, we see. Because, like, he still cares about human race. But then also, could that just be a selfish thing? Because, like, his whole race is gone. You know, so it's like, I just want to save other races because I couldn't save my race. But it could still be like, you're alive, you deserve rights, and da-da-da-da. But also, he does very, I wouldn't say bad or evil, but he does questionable things as well.
You know, it's funny, when you said that, I was thinking of the Friends episode where Joey and Phoebe are talking, and Joey's like, there's no such thing as a selfless act. Like...
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. That's what I think it is. But also, he could be the opposite, where it's like, bad person turns to good person over time. He could have been a terrible person back in the day. We don't know. Well. The people who watch it know. You know? Classic Who is what
they call it. I keep saying OG Who, but they call it Classic Who.
The OG Who. So who knows? But for him, I don't know. Also, I mean, it's very selfish. It's like, I'm just gonna go to a random period of time, fuck some shit up, which is like making it good, but also kind of fucking up because we saw with
there
the
are
whole
consequences.
Bad Wolf, yada yada, all that stuff, and then leaves just for his like amusement, basically.
A little bit, especially when he has a companion. It's like sometimes, yes, you're going to like. You know, like this instant, you were called here to help by the psychic paper, by the face of Bo. But sometimes it's like you're just bringing people to places to impress them.
Yes. Sorry, my tummy. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm curious now. What do you rate this episode?
This was a good episode. This was a good episode. I'm going to rate this one...
Out of 5 stars, right?
Oh, I was.
Is that what 10. We do? Or no, we do it through 10. Sorry. I keep thinking of like...
No, because like every time we do books, like I get mixed up with the movies and I do those at a 10.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait.
So out of 10. Out of 10.
Out of 10. I'm going to say 9.25.
Oh, shit. 9.25. That's
I ate it up.
Almost perfect.
I know. I ate it up.
What made it not perfect?
I didn't like... And then this is just like a... Probably overall with Doctor Who. I just didn't like the...
Like inconsistency?
Yeah. Inconsistency and like
too
logic.
Easy.
Yeah. But I feel like that's, you know, you kind of have to like wrap it up, make it good. But like, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think I enjoy the 2-parters a lot because they really explore.
Yeah. Kind of flesh it out.
They did start doing with Jodie Whittaker, which again, controversial. Almost all of her episodes, from my memory. Again, I've only seen Jodie Whittaker like twice. But I'm pretty sure most of hers are 2-parter episodes.
Damn.
Or maybe they're just really long and it feels like 2, but I'm pretty sure they're 2-parter episodes. And they are long. They're like hour-long episodes. Okay. And there are less of them.
Oh, God, I hate when they do that.
Yeah, and like even with the newest Doctor with Ncuti, I think there's only like 8 episodes, each like an hour, maybe hour and a half.
That's just like what they do now.
I know.
Isn't it with Disney now? Is it on Disney?
Yeah, it's on Disney now.
But,
I know. I prefer more episodes that are shorter.
Yeah. Because I like when it's like we're doing something different each episode, but there's like an underlying arc through it all. You know?
Right. And then you can still have the 2-parter to have a longer story arc.
Exactly.
So, whatever. But I would probably also give it like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super good.
That was
super
really fun.
good.
Cassandra, she made that episode.
So better than first season, first episode, by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But we have to appreciate, without the first one, we'd never have this.
No, I love the first season.
Yeah. So, on to episode 2.
On to episode 2.
Episode 2, Tooth and Claw. It was directed by Euros Lyn, written by our boy, Russell T Davies.
My man.
And it premiered April 22nd, 2006.
Cool.
So, the Doctor and Rose arrive in Scotland in 1879, where Queen Victoria invites them to the Torchwood estate. Unknown to them, the estate has been captured by a group of monks who have brought a werewolf in hopes to infect Queen Victoria and establish an empire of the wolf. The Doctor notices the trap and tries to shield himself, Victoria, and Rose from the werewolf. He learns that the estate was designed as a trap for the werewolf, as it contains a large telescope which, with Victoria's Koh-i-Noor diamond, I definitely butchered that, okay? And full moonlight, can kill the werewolf. Though they save her, Queen Victoria is unnerved by the Doctor and Rose's modern eccentricities and found the Torchwood Institute to defend Britain from further alien attacks.
Ate it up. Love it. Love a good origin story.
Would you call this? Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard about that.
Right, which we haven't, like, we've only gotten little bits and pieces. And then what I've told you guys.
Yeah. But, like,
I'm really bad
this
at
would be
keeping
the origin of all those little pieces.
And this was the beginning of Torchwood, which there is a spin-off, Torchwood, which I have seen Torchwood a couple times, not as much as Doctor Who. I don't know when it premiered though, like compared to this. I'm pretty sure it's more, maybe, it's either this season or next season, I think.
Yeah.
It's probably around the time because the Doctor does make a few hello in Torchwood, and I believe it's with Martha, because I think Martha also pops in, if you know who Martha is. But I don't know. I'll have to fact check that later.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, maybe on like Patreon we should do like a Torchwood watch.
That'd be cute.
And like
no, I like that.
Review, yeah?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have them in the TARDIS, Rose and the Doctor, and they're like, so Rose, where do you want to go? What do you want to see, a concert? Let's go see a concert. And they think they're like going
like 1979 or something.
And they step out,
1879.
Yeah, in Scotland.
All these guns on them?
Yep, instantly. We've got the British Guard.
Yeah.
And they're Scottish Guard. Because they are Scottish, right? They're talking...
Aren't they all...
I don't know, but it's...
The Guard.
The Guard.
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, oh, Scottish. Okay. And starts doing
I love that he goes to his actual... I don't know if he does his actual voice or like, yes, his voice, but also adds little emphasis.
Right, because David Tennant is Scottish.
Yeah. And
I love Rose, like, ooh, and a boot. And the doctor was like, no. Don't do that.
That's okay. I'll do it. Yeah, that was terrible. I love that.
So fun. Again, just their chemistry is so good. And I feel like you can tell.
I don't know if it was that point. No. Okay, it's a little later. But like when she's trying to have the queen say I'm not amused. But like how she's doing it, I think they look like they're actually laughing like, oh my god.
Yeah, they themselves, the actors, just feel like they're having so much fun that they, And I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that Billie Piper, one of the reasons she stayed was because she found out it was David Tennant.
Yeah.
And like they just
the chemistry is so good.
Who doesn't have chemistry with David Tennant, honestly?
Absolutely.
I would.
I'm
in love with David Tennant. I need a support group.
Sorry, Brady.
Brady, I would leave you for David Tennant. I'm just kidding, Anywho, so we start out also with like these bald monk dudes who are white.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the monks were like Tibetan. I don't know if that's what they're called, or like from Tibet, or like some other.
Like when you think of a classic.
Yeah, because they were literally like in a classic cliche, like.
Yeah, the wardrobe,
and they had the staffs and the way they were fighting. Like, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, a little weird. But okay. I don't know. Maybe they were. I mean, it sounds like they were from a church.
Yeah, which.
So that became infected by the idea of the Empire of the Wolf.
Right.
So maybe it was just a bunch of white dudes in a regular old church.
Okay.
And then they were like, oh, the wolf. So let's become monks and learn Taekwondo and let's get the wolf boy to infect the queen.
Okay, let's go with that.
Yeah, so they take over the Torchwood Institute to get ready for the queen's arrival, which they made sure that she would end up going that route.
Yeah, because she put the tree on the track. They put the tree in the tracks.
We also get the psychic paper again with Rose and a doctor. He's like, oh yeah, like I was sent here, see? And she's like, oh, well, it says you were here to protect me.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm here to protect you.
Yeah.
It's like, he's a horrible liar, but he's also really good.
Yeah.
So interesting. So they go with them to Torchwood, meet the man of the estate, and he does seem a little odd. He's like, oh, like my wife isn't here. Like, oh, our cook is also went with my wife. No, Queen Victoria not having. She's like, yeah, that's fine. Let's go. Like, boss ass bitch.
Okay. Like 6 attempts on my life, bro. I'm not scared of anything.
No. Period. She's like, let's get down to business.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
You want me to leave?
No.
Right. So they go in, make themselves comfortable. And Rose has to go up and change because she's
freaking naked.
But it's so interesting that nobody, like, they make the comment.
Yeah.
But then no one's, like, that weirded out by it.
I know.
Which I feel like at the time, the guards would.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
whoa. Yeah.
being, like, nasty about it.
Yeah. Possibly, like, the queen? Wouldn't she be like, oh, I've been around girls. I know naked. Girl.
But still.
I'm a queen.
Like, disrespect.
Change. Yeah. And then going to change, but then she doesn't have to change.
She doesn't. But it's because she finds a maid hidden, scared.
Yeah.
And we find out something's going on.
Yeah.
Something's going on. And right away, when they step out, nope, they are taken. Rose and the maid.
Damn.
To a basement where the lady of the house and a bunch of the other
chained up
servants and stuff, they're all chained up, and there's a cage.
Yeah.
Which we did see a little snippet at the beginning. We didn't know what was inside, but everyone screamed.
Yeah.
Now we get our first image of what's inside the cage.
That man is creepy.
creepy ass man.
Yeah. He's, isn't he in a robe?
Yep.
Bald?
I think he was bald. I
And
don't
then
know.
his eyes were like mostly black.
Mm-hmm.
Huge pupil, nasty, full black.
The way that he speaks is what gets me.
That's what I'm saying. That's what adds that creep, because it's like a little boy with the creepy little.
Yes. And I think that's what they were going for, which the actor did a phenomenal job.
It was like,
Because it was like high pitched, like almost a little like nervousness to it. And yeah, because he was made into this werewolf as a child, because you get the origin story with the doctor, Queen Victoria, and the man of the house. They're eating dinner while Rose is supposed to be changing, and he's telling the story, and the monks are like watching, making sure he doesn't say anything he's not supposed to. And
it's like, okay, so there was like an asteroid or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's where the diamond.
I don't think so. I think because when we were talking about it while we were watching, I think I mistake that. So it has the gene of the werewolf, which is alien.
Right, but was that the diamond that fell?
I don't think it was. I think the diamond was something else. I don't know. I missed that part.
Okay,
Fake
so
fan right
there's
here.
some sort of asteroid that brought the gene
Yeah, of the werewolf.
Which
mutated over many generations to actually get to where it is able to make someone a werewolf.
Right.
And this church, again, like we were saying before, this church discovered it or something, and then they became worshippers of the wolf. Mm-hmm. And it sounded like they would steal little boys in the community and infect them with the
nasty
werewolf gene.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's what they did to this person in the cage.
So is there only one werewolf at a time, or are there multiple werewolves out there?
It sounds like it's one at a time.
So then once this werewolf's like gonna die or something, they just bring another boy. And then it's like...
Yeah, so it sounds like, again, it's like through the bite.
Yeah.
And that's why they want to infect Queen Victoria.
Yeah.
By biting her.
Yeah.
To make her a werewolf, so then she can continue to pass it on in the family with the royal line, as I would assume they become king and queen throughout.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you get the creepy werewolf guy, and Rose is talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, you're intelligent, and I'm not the only wolf. Or you have something of the wolf about you."
How you know?
And then he's like making comments like, "You burn like the sun." And he's like, "But I'm commanded by the moon," or "all I need is the moon," or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he turns into a werewolf.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, shit.
Time to go.
Time to go."
Yeah.
So Rose is like, "Everyone pull. That means you too, lady. Come on."
I really didn't think that was going to work, though.
But they did.
But it worked. Good on her.
And the doctor runs in, finds her, because they, figure out, oh, Rose in trouble.
Yep.
And so, I love the imagery here. So, when the doctor goes down, there's a really beautiful still here where the light is on Rose and the doctor is in shadow. And I don't know if they, framed it that way on purpose.
No, they did.
But, yeah, let's say they did.
Yeah.
And it's just so beautiful to me. Because it's like Rose is his light. And I might be reaching here.
No, we're not reaching at all.
But again, the doctor is, like you were saying, like morally gray. He's like in the dark. He's in shadows. He needs Rose.
And Rose is just so pure and loving and empathy. And
like the sun. She is the sun. So I just like that imagery there in that scene was beautiful. And so anyway, they get back up. They're like, okay, shit's going down for real.
Yeah.
We're running.
Protect the queen.
Yeah. The guards are all down.
Yeah.
And
the guards? Oh, because they went outside.
And they were given drinks.
Oh, them. Also for the monks. Yeah.
And the monks, they are outside now guarding
wearing mistletoe.
Wearing mistletoe to protect them, which...
Is that a thing? Or did they just make that a thing?
I think they made it a thing.
Okay, so I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that either, but maybe it's a different culture.
Yeah, like Scottish lore?
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to look that up.
Absolutely.
And so... the lady and her maids figure out, oh, they're wearing mistletoe. Let's start cooking.
Yeah.
So they're making mistletoe bombs.
Yeah.
While Rose, the doctor, the man of the house, and Queen Victoria are all running, trying to figure shit out. And they end up going to the library.
Yeah.
and the wolf is chasing them, can't get into the library.
Why was that again? Was it the diamond?
No, I'll tell you why.
Anyway.
It's a part that you hate. So, the doctor's talking
to talk. Oh my god. Sorry, I just remembered.
Yep, the doctor's talking to talk. He's like, your dad and your husband, they were chit-chatting. Yeah. They were talking about this whole story of the wolf, and they were like, no, let's make a trap. Mm-hmm. And so he starts like, oh no, something's here. Why can't the wolf get into here? And then he licks the door. I told you, Tennant loves to work with his mouth.
Put that tongue in your mouth.
So he looks at it, he's like, oh, this is mistletoe. And mistletoe is...
It's kryptonite.
Kryptonite for the werewolf.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, well, while we're in here, we have the best...
research.
We have the best weapons in the world.
Yeah.
Books.
That's right.
And so they start reading, trying to figure out what his dad and Queen Victoria's husband, what they were planning to do to trap the werewolf.
Yeah.
And they figure it out. They find this book about the asteroid. We learn about the asteroid with the gene and the something about the diamond.
Yeah.
Whatever. Also, we did kind of miss over a point that was really funny that we kind of mentioned a little bit, where Queen Victoria shows them, or maybe it is in this moment.
No, it's in this moment.
It's in, okay.
They shape it down and all.
Yeah, she shows the diamond, and then Rose and the doctor are looking at it. They're like, oh my god, like, Jackie would, like, try to steal it. Like, she wouldn't even care about the werewolf. And the doctor was like, oh, like, she beat it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was so cute. So funny. And so, yeah. So then...
Oh, yeah. He was saying, like, Queen Victoria's husband kept shaving down the diamond. She was like, it's never shiny enough or something.
Never perfect.
Never perfect. And so it was like, no, actually, he was doing it on purpose. Because it needed to, like, line up with the telescope.
Mm-hmm. The prisms or...
The prism with the light and the sun.
The moonlight.
Which he worked with the man of the house dad to then put it in the telescope with the light.
Yep. Perfect. Science. Honestly, that is Doctor Who science. Right there.
So then they worked together. Mm-hmm. So like, the man of the house, his dad, made the telescope or whatever.
Correct.
Then Queen Victoria's husband got the diamond, shaved it down, make sure it wasn't that perfect.
Correct.
Right. I think those two together was gonna trap the werewolf. And kill it.
Correct. And that is what ends up happening.
And that's what happens.
But while they're in the library, they were dumb, whoever built the library, because they didn't make the roof mistletoe either.
Yeah.
And
glass.
It's a window. Yeah. Skylight.
Yeah.
And the werewolf's on top. Oops. And cracks them. They get out, which, why didn't they just close the door and seal the werewolf in the library? I don't know.
Didn't they close the door?
I thought so, but the werewolf got out. Because it was still chasing them down the halls. So I think plot hole.
Yeah, probably.
But so they're chasing. Man of the house is like, no,
why would they do
sacrifice
that?
myself.
I was rooting for him.
But
literally sees his wife there with all the people, gives her a little kiss. I don't know if it's at this moment, but then it's like, get out of here, gal. Love you.
Sacrifice himself for the queen. So they get to telescope. Rose,
hate patriots.
Queen Victoria and the doctor get to telescope, chit-chatting, getting it all ready. Turn. Werewolf bursts in. Queen Victoria just standing there.
Girl.
Come on.
We know you're brave.
Step back. And then, boom, the light hits it. The werewolf. He goes up and he kind of transforms back into like a human. And which is so sad. He's like, make it brighter. Kill me, please. Like, it's like, do it.
Yeah.
And I think that was like the human talking.
Yeah.
Which is so sad.
Doesn't it like go back to the werewolf and then he dies?
Yeah, like it's almost like the outline of it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And so they make it brighter and poof. And then Queen Victoria looking at her wrist really intently. And the doctor's like, did it bite you? No, it's just some glass. The way that she's looking at this, at her wrist.
Yeah.
Girl, you could be a little more subtle.
No, it's just glass.
No, it's just glass. Ooh, like low-key smiling, like, girl, do you want to be a wolf?
Right. She's like, no, he's like so powerful. Girl, why did you do all this then?
No, literally. But then later she's like, let's set up the Torchwood Institute. No,
right.
But girl, if you're infected.
Hello?
Hello?
The Torchwood is coming after you, babe.
Literally. But
Yeah.
Queen Victoria knights the Doctor and Rose, and then she
And
says,
immediately,
you are
banished.
banished.
Don't ever come back here.
You are not like us. You are not from my world.
You were too excited. You're too quirky.
Your
Girl,
accent. Like,
we just saved you.
literally.
You're welcome.
No respect.
No, she's like, no, that's why I knighted you.
But
Like,
she
get
did
out.
say, I am not amused.
She did.
And Rose was like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally got that one.
And so Rose and the Doctor go on their merry way.
Because then I'm talking like, wait a minute. It's kind of crazy because, like, wouldn't that mean she's a werewolf? And all her people are her family's werewolves? Yeah. And they're like, they always plan their trips around the full moon and they're always so secret. Like,
because Queen Victoria has this disease of the blood.
Right.
That wasn't in any of her family before.
Yes.
And then all the royal family now has this disease of the blood. And then Rose like, oh my God, they're werewolves.
That was fun. That was
so
cute.
cute. Little
I like
cute
that.
end.
Yeah. And then the birth of Torchwood.
And then the birth of Torchwood. So yeah. Yeah.
That was a good one.
So what would you rate that one out of 10?
It was a solid episode, but it didn't get me.
Really? You were it seemed like you were liking it.
I liked it. But something about it didn't get me, you know?
Okay.
You know? Didn't sit right. So I'm gonna give this one a good, and not that it was a bad episode, I'm gonna give this a good 7. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Honestly, I'd probably agree.
Like, good, solid, you know, foundation, we got the little things, you know, we got a historical figure. It was good, well-rounded. Loved it.
Yeah, I do enjoy when they have actual, like, historical references.
Me too.
I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, would you say that you prefer future episodes, like, when they go in the future, or episodes where it's in the past?
I'm a history gal.
I know.
I'm a history gal.
So you've been liking those more, you think?
Yeah, I like the history.
So you prefer to see more history?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, there's some history, not...
No one that I would like. Like, Queen Victoria, cool. Charles Dickens, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Give me, like, Harriet Tubman. Give me...
Do you want me to tell you a couple?
Yes.
That we see? I want to tell you when we see them.
Yeah. No, please.
I think I might have mentioned some of these already, and I might have told you which Doctor, but we're gonna forget.
Yeah.
But we will see Van Gogh, which is a classic.
Oh, yeah. I feel like when any show does, like, a go back in the past, whatever, they always do Van Gogh. Like, there's other shows I've seen that are like, we see Van Gogh.
I don't think I've ever seen...
Oh, so you're a loser.
Other than Doctor Who. But it is a famous Doctor Who episode with Van Gogh. Everyone knows about it.
Okay.
Like, in the Doctor Who community, it is very beloved.
Okay.
Some people will say it's overrated, you know, you have people saying that, but I am part of the group that thinks that it is one of the best Doctor Who episodes. It is beautiful. The end of the episode gets me every time.
Is the Doctor Matt Smith?
I won't tell you.
Who else we see?
So we'll also see Rosa Parks at some point.
Miss Rosa. They always do Rosa as well.
Rosa, yeah. Yeah. That's
I always see Van Gogh and Rosa. What shows? I can't think like that, but I know they do.
Maybe the Magic School Bus?
No, that one. But probably.
I'm trying to think who else we see. Oh, we see Shakespeare.
Okay. Okay.
It's actually a younger Shakespeare.
Ooh. Mozart?
I don't know. No. We don't see Mozart.
I feel like Mozart would be a good one.
That would be a good one.
What about... I want something like... I'm trying to think who's like the oldest historical person I know.
I mean... who invented gravity? Or... Who's that again? Oh, why is he blanking on me?
I know.
But we meet him for a minute.
With the apple.
Yeah, we see that moment.
Oh my god. I don't know why I'm linking.
Him.
That loser.
Oh. They make him a person of color.
Do they?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because why not?
I mean, yeah.
Mm.
Isn't that weird, though? Like, he's an actual person? But, like...
I don't know. What? Was he white?
Yeah, he was white.
Oh.
I don't mind it, though.
But we see him for a minute.
No, I gotta look up.
I know it's bugging
like, bro,
me.
I
It's
know
like
who it is. I'm not dumb, I promise you.
It's like on the tip of my tongue. I keep seeing Thomas Edison, which I know it's not Thomas Edison, but that's the thing that I'm seeing.
Isaac Newton. Mr. Newt.
Yeah. We see him for like a second, but then it's a joke.
Oh.
It's a thing.
Oh. Okay, maybe we're seeing... Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
What?
Brahmagupta? I'm so sorry if I'm even, like, destroying that. It's, I think he's Indian.
Yes.
So it says who discovered... Oh! So we're actually saying him, not Newton.
No, it was Newton, but I'm pretty sure...
No, okay. Who discovered gravity? I know there's a thing between Isaac Newton or Brahmagupta.
Well,
I'm destroying that.
It's a very quick thing, but it's Isaac. Maybe they tried to meld the two together.
Yeah, 'cause it was like, I don't know who, or there's like a...
Let me show you a picture of like who plays.
Oh, Bhaskarak.
This is the person who plays.
They definitely morphed him.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I cannot say his name. That guy was the first to discover gravity before Sir Isaac Newton, I guess, or something.
Interesting. I like that.
Wow. Oh, he discovered gravity 1,100 years before Newton.
Yeah, apparently, like always, people were criticizing the race of the person playing. Even though, literally, he shows up for like 2 seconds in the episode.
And I'm pretty sure they don't do that because, like, okay, that's why I was like, why would they do that because he's historical? But they're mixing both of them because I think they're trying to say, like, everyone, you know, like, whitewashed history knows it's, like, Isaac Newton who discovered gravity. But this Indian, cannot say his name. He's the one who discovered gravity before Newton. So we're like,
I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, they do that with women all the time.
Right.
Oh, you also see the writer who wrote oh my god, she's on the top of my...
Jane Austen?
No. Who wrote Agatha Christie.
Oh, she wrote
a bunch of the murder mystery stuff. Oh, yeah. We see Agatha Christie in an episode. That's a good episode.
They're always in like the same century. But like the same like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, classic Who, they did a lot more.
Like, bring me back.
They did a lot more in classic Who because Doctor Who was meant to be an educational show for children. Yeah. Where whenever they went to the past, it was for history, like lessons on history. And then for the future, it was supposed to be lessons on like math and science.
I love classic.
Yeah. And I mean, it morphed it during classic Who, you know, into more of like a
science fiction fun
show. Yeah. And then obviously with this rendition, it very much is.
Do we ever see dinosaurs?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Living?
Yeah, they were living dinosaurs.
Why are you saying like that, though?
You'll see. We see a whole bunch of things in Doctor Who. But, so, wait, we did rate this, yeah.
7.
So, okay. So, yeah.
Dang, first 2. No, for not introduction, but like for the first couple episodes into this next season, I have
high hopes
for this one. It's pretty good. You're starting out on a good trajectory.
Are you liking David Tennant more than Christopher Esselstyn? Probably saying his last name wrong this whole time.
I think so. Yeah. Because like, I think after we watched the first 2, I was like, right now, I like them the same. Mm-hmm. I need to see more of David. Like, I'm liking what I'm seeing, but like...
But you get the hype around
But I definitely
Tennant.
Get the hype. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely get the hype. No, I'm liking him. Mm-hmm. Just keep that tongue in your mouth.
No, he also had it out in Harry Potter, too. He did the whole tongue thing. He's a character actor, that man.
He loved that tongue.
I eat it
He's
up.
like, that's my little twist.
I love it.
No, I'm excited. I can't wait.
What do you want to see with Tennant? Like, anything?
Because I was thinking that before I came over. I was like, is there any more to, like, discover?
Oh, there's
about the Doctor? Which, like...
so much.
Right, but also, like, I don't know what... Like, I can't guess. I don't know. I feel like we know everything.
Not even close. We don't know much at all at this point.
But it's not, like, about him or things he's done.
So, well, you'll find out both throughout the show. I will say, with Tenet, I think that they are balancing now, because we talked about this early on, how with the first season, it was Rose. It was about Rose.
Yeah.
And I still think that it is Rose's story, but I think that we're seeing a more, like, equilibrium to the Doctor as well now. We're, like, actually getting to know the Doctor as well as Rose.
Yeah.
And you'll get that, you know, with him more, like, you know, with each companion, because Tenet has multiple companions, and it's still the companion's story, but it's very balanced with Tenet story.
I just, like, don't know what else... I mean, obviously, like, we have all these seasons, there's gonna be things, but, like, what else is there to learn about you?
Oh, there's so much. Especially in Tenet. You're gonna learn...
Because is it really about him? Like, his family, his
like his
story,
people.
like, his people, like, him. Not just, like, things I've done, and places I've been, and da-da-da-da, experiences. Like, him?
You're... How do I say this without, like, really spoiling much?
So I'm like, I feel like from first season to this, like, okay, for people who haven't seen the classic OG, whatever, we're learning about him.
Well, in Classic Who, and I've never seen Classic Who, I know, fake fan, but you don't... I believe you don't see the actual downfall of his people. I don't believe. I think you see a lot of fights, and you know that the Daleks are...
And is that all, like, post-war? Like, or, you know, like, he's, like, very first episode, his people are already gone?
No. Like, Classic Who, his people are still there. Ooh. Like, in Classic Who, his people are alive. They're part of the story. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, because the 50th anniversary of New Who, you...
50th anniversary of New Who?
Yeah, of New Doctor Who.
What do you mean 50th anniversary?
Many seasons from now.
But, like, just, like, Doctor Who's been around for 50 years? All of it?
Yeah. I guess so.
Okay.
Like, with Classic Who, I suppose. I don't know. So it's like... right? It's 50th. Guys, yeah, so it was the 50th anniversary special.
Aww.
And we do get a lot of background information about the day that shit went down.
Yeah.
But again, that's 2013. We're in 2006 right now.
In 2013, for that 50th anniversary, should go through all the Doctors somehow.
Interesting concept.
Yeah, because, like, 50 years have been around here. Look at us. Look at everybody. All these 50 years, look at us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We don't see the actual person, mind you.
No,
right?
yeah.
But just, like, something we see them.
Yeah. No, I like that. I don't know. We'll see when we get there.
Okay.
In 2013.
Okay, well.
So, but nothing specific.
I just want to know what's happening to Rose. Because this is her life. She's like, I'll literally kill myself if you make me stay at Earth. Stay on Earth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, did she die? Like, she has to die, or she has no memory, because she will literally be depressed.
I would be depressed.
If she has to stay, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, what happens to her? You know what? And I know I say it's her 10. Her memory is erased. She doesn't die. Because if she dies, I will punch you in the face.
I can't wait till we get to the end of Rose.
God. Anyway, I want to see how her memory gets erased. And then I need to see, how does that affect him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how does he get a new companion? Because one, like, mind you, we only seen Rose. But I feel like with Rose, yes, I've had other companions, but, like, damn, you got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been us for life.
Yeah. I am a strong believer in that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're losing her.
Yeah.
What does that do to him? Okay.
Yeah.
Also, new companion, people be like, no, fuck a companion. It was just Rose. I'm a Rose loyalist. So what happens there?
I'm gonna tell you, you are on the right track.
Yeah.
In an extreme way.
Yeah.
But yes.
That's what I'm saying. Because, like,
So we'll
new
see.
companion. All right, come on. Just because, like, I'm going to be lonely. Come on, let's go. And then every time we're doing something, okay, Rose wouldn't do that, though. That's what's crazy.
You're hitting the nail on the head. You're hitting the nail on the head.
I know Doctor Who.
You know the man.
I know the man.
Yep. All right. Well, next week we're watching episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Which, hold on, what are they?
What are they called?
Let me see. We'll
sprinkle
snip it.
Yeah.
I lost it. Hold on.
God, so unprepared, so unprofessional.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Wikipedia is what I'm using. We love our wiki.
Love wiki.
Okay.
Okay.
It's easy. It's simple. Okay, episode 3. This is one of my favorite episodes.
What is it called?
School reunion.
Eat this up. I better see my man. I want to see my man.
Who's your man? I know who your man is.
Yeah, what's his name?
Who's your man?
You know my man.
Who's your man?
They don't know, so tell them the name.
They know. We've talked about
No.
him. Because he's been in some episodes.
Please say his name. What's his name? Kelcie, you're embarrassing me.
Because why am I blanking on it too?
He's in Torchwood.
Yes.
Tell him.
Wait, hold on.
Tell
Wait,
me.
let me see if it's gonna be in here for a sec anywhere.
What's his name? Oh, Jack. Jack.
Captain Jack Harkness.
Yes, I knew that. So we're gonna see Jack.
Okay, you think we're gonna see Jack?
We better. I'll be pissed.
Okay.
'Cause I want to see Jack and the new Doctor. Do we see them too at all? Like even like throughout more seasons?
I don't know.
Tell me that.
Okay, we have not seen the last.
I know, but like,
Captain
are we gonna
Jack
see
Harkness.
them too? Doesn't mean like this season, but like.
Yeah,
them
we'll
too.
see. We'll see them.
Okay.
And then episode 4 is called "The Girl in the Fireplace."
Ooh,
Oh yeah, this is a historical one.
that felt like it. Ooh, that's gonna be Rosa. No, Girl in the Fireplace.
It's not someone that I said because I forgot. You know,
That's gonna be. She's giving white. It's giving white.
it is. Yeah, very white.
I don't know.
That's okay. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
But yeah, so episodes 3 and 4 next week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You can check our calendar on our Instagram at the.tbr.podcast, where we have all of everything that we're doing each month. You can see and follow along.
Watch with us. Read with us.
Our book club,
It's a book club.
everything.
So follow along. Follow, subscribe, whatever the other stuff is.
Comment,
Comment.
all your things that you want. Except about us that are mean.
No, be mean.
There's our thumbnail.